Bienvenido, BIGJAY, escape a República Dominicana. Hasta pronto, papi.
BIGJAY, take one.
Welcome people to BIGJAY'S Escape to the Dominican Republic. We're back again. Sorry I haven't been doing no vlogs. There's a reason behind that. I'm going to give you more of my excuses, but nah, haven't been doing no vlogs. But today, actually, I'll let you into a little joke. Me and this man was meant to do an interview a couple of days ago. So I turned up with all my equipment, you know, I'm taking out all my equipment. The skrilla's there. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like literally, I looked at my camera and it literally looked like some Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like literally, I really didn't know what I was doing because I have a professional camera here and I don't use it. You know, I've got the handheld gimbal and I've got this one, it's like a Canon 700 something or another. I don't use it. When I use it, I know what I'm doing because I get familiar with it, then it goes back in the cupboard and I don't know what I'm doing. But yo, look, today we're here, and thank God again. I'm interviewing a very good friend of mine, and I hope it's not the last interview. I really don't, because you're leaving.
Yeah, I'm getting up out of here.
We're going to get onto that, we're going to get to it, but today I'm interviewing a good friend, and I think our last interview was like
3 years ago.
About 2 years ago. Yeah. So a lot's happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Anyway, welcome my good friend, the CEO of Blue Smoke Empire and Barley Culture.
Indeed. Hey,
the one and only Skrilla.
what's going on, y'all?
How you been, my brother? How's life?
Man, I've been real good. Been traveling a lot. Just been staying out the way, taking care of the business, and well, the businesses, should I say, and just getting things set up for the future.
Okay, and your personal life? You married yet?
No, we're not married, man. You know.
I just need that one.
No.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the married thing. You dig what I'm saying?
No.
But you know, personal life is pretty good. I'm really just focused on business and accomplishing some goals that I got set before I think about any relationships on the serious side.
So as I said, the reason why we're here today, you're leaving Dominican Republic. Now I ain't gonna act like I didn't know, because you know, we speak, right? You know, of this whole YouTube and, you know, realm. But before we get into why you're leaving, I want to go back.
Okay.
I want to go back. Please tell me and the people out there, tell us what it was like when the first time you came to the Dominican Republic. What is that, your first time?
First time I came.
See, we're in Dominican Republic, there you go. And I do apologize for the sound. I've got no Bluetooth, I left that in London. I've had a wire kit, I haven't used that, that's been in the bag for 2.5 years. The battery's gone on it, so, but I'm a tweak it somewhat. So anyway, sorry my brother, go ahead.
Okay, the first time I came to the Dominican Republic, I went to Punta Cana actually, and came for a couple of weeks at a resort.
Okay.
And I went back, and I talked to my uncle, and he's been coming over here well over 20 years.
Okay.
And he said, well, you got to go back with me. So we came back, took me to sosua.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about 3 months later. Kicked it out there for about, I'd say 2 weeks. Fell in love with it. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I fell in love with it, and I started making plans to come back. Next time I came back, I stayed for 30 days. Kind of got a feel of it, but I was here in Puerto Plata. I had met some people on my time here or whatever in Punta Cana. Came back to Puerto Plata and stayed for 30 days and started making plans to transition and come over here since I was retired.
So when you went to Punta Cana, which was your first port of call, and then what your uncle said, look, I'm gonna show you Sosua, what was your first impression? Because you didn't quite touch Puerto Plata yet, am I right?
No, I've never been over on this side.
Yeah, right, so you didn't touch quite yet. So when you got to Sosua, what did you think? Was you surprised? Was you like, what was it like? I mean, how much years we talking?
This was well over, I've been, in total I've been here almost 15 years.
Okay.
So this was way back when, early 2000, and I moved here in 2016, so I'll probably say 2013 maybe.
So obviously you live here now, going to Sosua now, seeing it in 2013. I just want to stick a pin in it for a minute.
Yeah.
What was it like then, you going then versus now?
Well, first of all, there's always a lot going on in Sosua, but it was beautiful women everywhere, you know, straight out of a magazine, photo shoot, whatever, but the mentality was different than it is now. The way that they take care of you was different, as far as the cooking and the cleaning and to make sure that they cater specifically to you, cut everything else off. All of that type of stuff has changed. It's always been about money, but it wasn't so upfront in your face like it is now.
So then you got to Sosua, having a good time, meeting new people. When did you first come to Puerto Plata after? Or how much time after that did you make the transition or visit Puerto Plata, should I say?
Okay, after I came back with my uncle, I'll probably say it was almost like a year later I came back.
Yeah.
But I had my realtor set up.
Okay.
I had different contacts that I needed to get around set up, so I had all of that stuff kind of together. And it was easier for me because my realtor, she had a big house, and she turned the house into apartments. So I just rented an apartment from her to be close to somebody that I knew and kind of learn the area of Puerto Plata. So that 30 days taught me a lot. I was able to maneuver through the island and kind of figure out how to get from point A to point B, walking through the neighborhood. So at nighttime, if I'm outside and I don't kind of know where I'm at, I know the whole neighborhood. Was this the first Caribbean
country you've been to?
Yeah. Well, okay. Outside of the military, yes.
Okay, so you were traveling in the military,
right?
But as in the Caribbean, this was the first Caribbean.
Brazil was the first.
No, that ain't the Caribbean.
Well, I mean, shit, I've been
these bloody Americans. You see?
Man. But, this was the first Caribbean place I came to.
Okay. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. So you had your fun in Sosua. You're meeting new people. I take it you're going back to America. You're doing the back and forth.
Right. Yeah, I was going back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? This pina colada was very weak.
You gotta add some more alcohol.
Right. It was very weak. You need to sort that. Sorry, this pina colada was very weak. I don't know. Should I tell her? Should I tell her that the pina colada was very weak? Now, I don't want to be rude. But
no, it's ways to go by.
I don't want to be rude, but the pina colada was weak. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to come across.
Pina colada, muy bueno, pero necesito más alcohol. Gracias. Sí.
Gracias. It's okay. You're fine. No, it's fine. You're fine. Gracias. She was camera shy, but she's beautiful. You can still see her with the camera anyway. So get that far, but beautiful Dominican lady, beautiful. So anyway, where was we? Sorry to digress, people. You know what I'm like. This is not an interview. This is not an interview at all. This is not even for YouTube. This is just two friends chopping it up. But I just find his story interesting. Like I said, he's been here for a while, and I say he's taught me a few things. I ain't gonna front. So coming from Sosua, having a good time, doing your back and forth from America to Dominican Republic. When did you start to kind of, is the word fall in love with Paula Plana, because obviously you got there.
Right.
So there was a reason why you could have docked anywhere in the world. You could have docked anywhere in Dominican Republic. Your Spanish is on point.
Well, it wasn't back then.
It wasn't back then.
It wasn't back then.
But you could have docked anywhere. You chose, and one thing I can say, and I just want to say this. He was there before Russell started promoting Paula Plana. Right, so I just want to just say that. And there's no thing at Russell. Russell, salute to you, my brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, he was there before, you know, because we have to keep it real. Russell brought a lot of brothers to Paula Plana. Say what you want. You know what I mean? Say what you want. He brought a lot of brothers to Paula. But you coming to Paula Plana, what made you fall in love with the place? Like, you got there's something about it that you said, yes, this is me.
Well,
it
was more laid back than sosua. Sosua is it's a hustler's town.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't want to, every time I come out my door, somebody's begging for something, got their hand out, one trying to sell me something, and stuff like that. So when I came to Puerto Plata, it's a mixture of everything. They got good restaurants, they got the beaches here, they got good food, of course. Cost of living was right where I wanted it to be.
Okay.
And it just had a lot of pluses for me. You know, you can find quiet parts of Puerto Plata, and you can still have the nightlife at the same time.
That's true.
If you want it. So
That's
that's what made me fall in love with Puerto Plata when I first came.
That is very, very true. And that's what made me fall in love with Paula Plana Park. So, with all of that being said, you decided that you're going to get a spot here.
Yeah, I went back to the States after I was coming back and forth for, I think it was about 4 or 5 years I was going back and forth just to kind of get a feel for everything.
Yeah.
And when I went back to the States, I found the Dominican consulate in Chicago, and then I filled out for my visa.
Right.
So when I did the visa.
Yo, I'm not going to tell you guys again. I ain't going to tell you guys again. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Share and subscribe. But most important, smash that like button. It helps the channel. I ain't going to tell you guys again. If I have to tell you guys again, I'm going to have to come and find you. I'm going to have to come and find you. I'm going to have to come and find you. And I'm going to have to especially come and find you. Smash that like button. Peace and love. Manners and respect. Peace.
Process, and they sent all the paperwork here. I think within a month and a half, it came back with my passport, had my visa in there, and then I had to come to.
It's just my paranoid head.
All right. Then I came.
I'm just making sure the camera's on. It's just my paranoid head. Sorry, not the camera. The sound.
Yeah. So,
sorry, man. This interview. Sorry, man. I'm fucking up the interview.
That's good. But yeah, once I got the visa and I came back over, came here.
Yeah.
I was kind of here for good to start the process over in Santo Domingo to get my residency.
Okay. So then you docked down. You're dealing with all of that. You docked down. How was life in Puerto Plata back then? Because when you was one of the early ones, so how was it back then?
Man, I didn't know a lick of Spanish.
Okay. Cost
of living was cheap. My first place I had a 2-bedroom, 1-bath for $400 a month.
Where was that?
In Atlantica.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had that apartment. It was cool over there. Nice and quiet neighborhood. All Dominicans. You know, so that's what kind of pushed me to get my Spanish game up, because if I have to go to the store, if I have to buy things, nobody speaking English, I have to learn how to communicate. So I think it took me about 1.5 years, and then I finally locked it down and got drunk one day, was in sosua, and just got to talking, and I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. And it was all Spanish, and people laughing, and I'm joking, and I'm like, oh, and that's when it stuck.
Yeah. And you made, you built like a very strong bond with the Haitian community here as well, which is really, it's really unseen with a lot of Black Americans, you know, that I've seen traveling here. Like, you had like a strong bond with them. Like, how did that come up? And you obviously signed So how did that come about? How did that?
Well, that first came off from me being in Sosua, and a lot of them on the stream now. What up, Tapa J, Ova, Lil G, everybody on there. I met Tapa, on Sosua Beach. He always used to try to get me to stop, sit down, and have a beer, but I was never really, that type. I kept it moving. At that time, I was going down to Big Mama spot all the way at the end of the.
Shout out to Big Mama. Hey, shout out to Big Mama. Shout out to the only woman that cracked my neck, boy.
Man. Yeah, crack it off.
Shout out to Big Mama.
Yeah, so one day I was at Yahaita Bar. That's the bar by that was next to Tapa back in the day. And I sat down and me and Tapa we started talking and we got cool.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple months after that, I was letting him know what I was doing and the music stuff over here. He was letting me know a lot of the people that he knew. And then he started introducing me to people, and then that's how the whole Blue Smoke Dominican Republic stuff got started. I started meeting different artists and photographers and DJs, and it just kind of took off and took a mind of its own.
Yes. So you started that. You're feeding people basically.
Yes.
What it is, you started a record label. So you moved here. You're having a good time. You're loving life. You decided to start up. Was Blue Smoke going before that?
Yeah, Blue Smoke was founded in 2003.
Right, so it was going before that. So obviously you coming here, you starting off like, did you say a subsidiary of?
Yeah, because I have different branches of Blue Smoke. I got Blue Smoke, just the regular Blue Smoke in the States, Blue Smoke Dominican Republic, Blue Smoke Africa. So I work with a lot of different artists all over.
Right, so this was kind of a subsidiary, so to speak. And you put artists on, you're doing your music. So in between that time, nothing just breaks. I'm sad to see you go, but nothing just breaks.
Well, what it was.
What was the early cracks? When did it start going sour for you?
COVID.
That's when it started. So COVID did it.
Yeah, because think about it. Before COVID,
wow,
Blue Smoke was booming all over the island. From here in San Domingo, we're doing interviews, we're doing concerts. We got Haitian artists coming over. We got Dominican artists coming over. I did my blue carpet birthday bash in Sosua, and we were well connected with the music industry here. But after COVID, a lot of businesses shut down, a lot of money dried up, and remember we had the big billboards up, so we was everywhere.
I do remember the billboards. I was actually coming on to that. I remember the two big rotted billboards, and this man said he was going to get some. I said, okay. I saw them. When you come into Port of Black, you couldn't miss them.
Yep.
They were huge, man.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
COVID came and it messed up a lot of shit for people. Let's keep it real. I mean, I know people that have lost their houses. I know people that have lost businesses.
Yeah.
I know people that have lost jobs. I know people that have just lost their bloody, livelihoods.
Right.
So, but in your personal life, because you're leaving as well, what was your earlier signs? What things started to annoy you about what was the early times when did it start going sour? When did you start questioning things like what? What were the earlier things that irritated you first?
Well, just to be clear, it was always a question mark on the Dominican Republic when it comes to doing things, because the way we do things logically, there's no logic process.
Thank you very much for that, sis.
There's no logical way of doing things on this island. So it was always
you're my favorite girl.
So it was always a question mark, but especially after COVID, a lot of stuff started changing. They were trying to recover, so prices went up. The hustle of the island got 10 times worse. Everybody is doing things solely for the purpose of financial gain. No matter how long they've known you or whatever, it's like they were hurting so bad after COVID. Tourism stopped, money stopped, nobody had a job, so the mentality of the people changed. So it was starting to go there, but it got worse after COVID.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah. I mean, because you got to think about it. If we're in the States or if we're in the UK and the money dries up, but you still have to eat, you still have to pay bills, you got to get it by any means necessary. So now, that's when the crime starts to pick up. That's when the hustle starts to pick up. Whatever you're doing, you're going to do it times 10 because you got to make sure that you're taken care of at the end of the day. And if you got a family, you got to hustle even harder.
So would you say it was a build-up of things when you're leaving? So obviously there was a build-up of something. So would you say, what was the earliest signs where you were like, fuck this, and we all do it. Let's just keep it like, you know what, fuck this country.
Well,
and shout out to Dominican Republic. I don't mean fuck Dominican Republic, you know, if you want to, you know what I'm saying. You understand? Moments of feeling, you're just like, you know what, fuck this place, because I just had enough. I would say fuck England. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, fuck Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes. So what would your feeling be? Just like, fuck this shit, because it was building up.
Yeah, but before the COVID thing, everything was rolling. Everything was going good. We had a lot of business going, and you know, we was making our way. But like I said, when stuff shut down, and it's basically starting back from square one, and trying to get that build up all over again. And then some of the places we were going to was closed down. We didn't know when they was opening back up. So now finding new venues, getting harder for the Haitian artists to travel and get across the border. So it was a number of things that happened due to COVID, and then I stopped business completely because things were so hard to start back up after that. I was just like, you know what, I put a lot of money into what we was doing, but being on this island, you don't get a big return from the money that you invest. So if your ROI is less than what you're investing, it don't make sense. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but at the end of the day, we do everything for profit. I have people to feed too, you know, and we were doing the community family day stuff, feeding the communities, and we were doing a whole lot of stuff. So if the money is not coming in like it's supposed to because there's no money on the island like it will be anywhere else, then you know, you have to touch your losses sometimes.
Would you say, well, I'm going to ask you again, why are you leaving DR? Which you've got to explain why it's practice. But what I'm trying to say, what I should be phrasing is, what was the last nail in a coffin for you when you was like, I'm out of here,
well,
I'm done?
Well, I can't really, I know the cost of living is going up, but that really doesn't affect me. But the overall and how do I want to word it? The influx of begging. I'm tired of the begging. Every time you go somewhere, you beg. If you're interested in a young lady over here, the first thing she tell you is her name, where she's from, and how much you're gonna give me. So now is, if I am interested in somebody and thinking about having something serious, you can't do it here. If your pockets is deep like Walmart, you can do it. You know, if you got JP Morgan money, you can have it as long as you want. But being a regular guy, or you know, somebody that's not even really cut from that cloth as far as paying a woman to spend time or do anything else, like that's just not my style. So it's like, the food is good, but everything is fried. So now, not only are you being begged for money from men and women, now you're gaining weight. Yeah, the weather is good, but the food is unhealthy. And then, not only that, the quality of the women here started to decline. They don't comb their hair no more. They don't do that. They just come outside. So, if I wanted that type of environment, atmosphere, or woman to choose from, I'd go back to the States where they wear bonnets. And you know what I'm saying? They come up, go to the store in pajamas.
They're telling no lies.
You know, so, and with my financial status, or where I am in life financially, I need to be around people that have money. Because we all know, as foreigners, we are targets because they think we're rich.
True.
So why would I want to subject myself to being in this environment where I'm always a target versus being somewhere else where they have money and I can blend in?
I think what it is for me is that Caribbean background. such as the begging aspect of things. I dealt with that growing up, and, you know, as Caribbean family sending barrels back to Jamaica, and families opening it up and moaning about what they got.
Right.
It's something that we grew up with. So coming here and seeing that same attitude,
Yeah.
it's kind of, oh yeah, I've dealt with it before. Nevertheless, it don't help.
It don't. And
It don't help.
And the lack of urgency when you're trying to get something done, or you having to have to go to 2 or 3 different places just to get one thing done. I'm gonna tell you what happened. When I came back here from Malaysia, I went to BH De Leon, the bank, and I said I want to close my account.